in the sprawling training complex of the Zatari Confederation, where the galaxy's finest warriors tested themselves. The atmosphere was electric. 40 arenas, filled with holographic opponents and obstacle courses, hummed with alien energy. Trainers and cadets from across star systems moved with precision, their bodies and minds honed to perfection. Among them, a human stood out, but not for his skill. Jason Corbin, 27, Earth-born and widely regarded as clumsy, stumbled into the arena, tripping over a low anti-grave rail and colliding with a group of winged Zorgari cadets. He grunted as he struggled to regain balance, brushing dust off his reinforced training suit. The cadets laughed, their multi-hued scales glinting in the arena's lights. Watch the off. One screeched, fluttering in mid-air with wings that could slice through a human-sized metal beam. He'll break the entire course before lunch. Jason forced a smile, though he felt the weight of every gaze on him. This was his first formal training session on Xylon 7, a planet renowned for producing elite combatants. He had traveled light years from Earth, determined to prove that humans so often dismissed as weak and slow could hold their own among the galaxy's best. But so far, he was struggling just to keep pace. The alien trainer, a towering figure named Kelthor, observed silently from the sidelines. His multiple eyes, arranged in a crescent pattern across his forehead, tracked every movement with unnerving precision. Kelthor had trained champions from dozens of species, and his reputation was legendary. If Kelthor endorsed a warrior, that warrior was unstoppable. Begin, Kelthor's voice boomed across the arena, resonating in Jason's chest. The humans swallowed hard and faced the holographic combatants, their glowing forms poised to attack. The first wave of attacks came fast, more fluid and precise than anything Jason had ever encountered. His arms flailed as he blocked a spinning strike, misstepped over a shifting panel, and nearly fell. The cadets snickered, calling out insults in their strange, chirping dialects. Then it happened. A holographic opponent lunged toward Jason with impossible speed. Instinctively, he twisted, rolled, and ducked in a single motion, a movement he hadn't consciously planned. In a blur, he evaded the attack, countered with a precise strike that destabilized the hologram, and moved to intercept the next wave. The arena went silent for a moment. The alien cadets' laughter stopped mid-chirp, their eyes widening in shock. Even the holographic opponents seemed to hesitate, their patterns disrupted by his unexpected precision. Kelthor's gaze fixed on Jason, unblinking. A slow, almost imperceptible nod passed through his many eyes. Interesting, he muttered. Jason froze, unsure if he had just imagined it. He felt a rush of adrenaline, his heartbeat pounding in rhythm with his rapid movements. The attacks came faster, more complex, yet he reacted instinctively, weaving through the chaos with a speed that seemed almost unnatural. By the time the session ended, Jason was sweating but unscathed. The cadets hovered around, muttering among themselves. Disbelief etched into their faces. Kelthor descended into the arena, each step resonating like a low drumbeat. His shadow enveloped Jason. The cadets stepped back instinctively, sensing the power emanating from their trainer. Human, Kelthor said, his voice a mixture of curiosity and admiration. Step forward. Jason obeyed, hands slightly trembling. The other cadets looked on, their mockery replaced with awe and unease. Kelthor circled him slowly, studying his posture, his reactions, his breathing. No offworlder, he finally said, his tone carrying weight that silenced the entire arena. Reacts that fast without mods. Jason blinked. Mods? He asked, confused. Kelthor's eyes narrowed. Augmentations. Neural and reflex boosters. Every non-native warrior you've trained is enhanced to survive here, yet your responses are organic, pure, untouched, impressive. A ripple of whispers went through the cadets. Some of them had assumed Jason was cheating, using illegal enhancements to keep up. The notion that a human so often dismissed as fragile could outmaneuver enhanced beings left them flabbergasted. Jason swallowed, trying to steady his voice. I've just trained a lot on Earth. Martial arts, reflex exercises. That's all. Kelthor studied him for a moment longer, then nodded slowly. Your species has hidden potential, unseen, underestimated. That is why I train you now. Jason felt a surge of pride mixed with disbelief. All the ridicule, the trips, the falls they had led to this moment. He had gone from clumsy outsider to someone who could command respect simply by being human. The following weeks were grueling. Kelthor's training methods were brutal, designed to push every trainee to their limit. Yet Jason's progress was staggering. Every obstacle seemed to bring out a previously hidden talent. He could anticipate attacks before they happened, react faster than most aliens could follow, and adapt to any combat scenario with uncanny creativity. The alien cadets, who had once mocked him, now kept their distance. Some openly challenged him, hoping to prove the humans' victories were flukes. All failed. Jason's clumsiness became a distant memory. In its place was a human adaptability that even Kelthor admitted was remarkable. One evening, after an intense training session under the twin moons of Zion, Jason sat by the observation dome overlooking the arena. Kelthor joined him silently, watching as the moons cast silver light across the complex. You are different, Kelthor said. Other species rely on predictable patterns. You do not. You improvise. You innovate. That is why humans are dangerous, not because of strength or speed, but because you are unpredictable. Jason let out a soft laugh. I guess being clumsy had its benefits. Kelthor's multi-eyed gaze regarded him thoughtfully. Yes, and yet. I sense there is more. Your mind moves faster than your body can express. You will need to learn control, patience. That is the final test. Can you wield your potential without chaos? Jason nodded. I'm ready. The final test came during the Interstellar Combat Trials, a tournament where the galaxy's best trainees faced off in a series of live combat challenges. Jason entered as the underdog, his reputation as the clumsy human preceding him. The arena buzzed with whispers, bets, and bets of disbelief. Wave after wave of enhanced warriors attacked, each more skilled than the last. Jason moved with fluidity, instinct, and ingenuity. He dodged attacks that seemed impossible to evade, turned improvised weapons into precise tools, and outsmarted opponents who relied on raw strength and cybernetic enhancements. When the last opponent fell, the arena erupted into stunned silence, followed by an uproar of applause and cheers. Even the most skeptical cadets now regarded Jason with respect bordering on reverence. Kelthor stepped forward, his presence commanding absolute attention. Humans are often underestimated, yet this one, he gestured toward. Jason has proven that spirit, ingenuity, and the will to overcome are more powerful than any enhancement. Today, he shows the galaxy that humans are not to be mocked, but studied. Jason felt a warmth spread through him. He had traveled across the stars, faced mockery, and doubted himself countless times. And yet, here he was, not just surviving among the galaxy's elite, but standing among them as one of the most formidable warriors of his generation. From that day forward, Jason Corbin was no longer the clumsy human. He was the unpredictable force, the organic prodigy, the one that aliens whispered about with awe and disbelief. He had turned every stumble into a step forward, every fall into a leap toward greatness, and Kelther's words stayed with him. No offworlder reacts that fast without mods. Jason smiled, knowing the truth. He hadn't needed mods. He had only needed what made humans unique: determination, adaptability, and an unyielding spirit. The galaxy would soon learn that humans were not just another species to laugh at. They were a force to be reckoned with. Asterisk.